In the last session, we did one. It was important that one gets organization concept as well as making some relationships between the people. So whenever we want to create or establish some relationships, okay, how we can establish them and along with the relations, communication, one of the most important thing we can do is that focus on that is called as applications. This applications are how much importance. For example, you need to prepare one registration form, one login forms, one change password forms, one new forms. So these forms, whenever you want to define, okay, definitely on the form, it must be applied some variations. Okay. And third, I don't understand why we have applied variations on the form. For what purpose are you applying variations on the UI form? There is any particular reasons we need to apply variations?
Now check it out, online students. Now, am I audible? Now it's clear? Okay. So for example, suppose, are you preparing one form? It may be UI with the .NET, UI with the Java, UI with the Python, whatever it may be. So generally in real time, what you will do, the backend side, you will be preparing one table. And this is one of my table now with some columns. Here I will take, for example, EID, ename, sal. This is one of my EMP table. And this is what we called as here. It's the backend. Okay, na? Based on this table, we want to design your front end form. Like first we want to see here, enter EID. Next, enter name. Next, enter salary. So now these are some labels, and we are taking some text box controls, and we are taking some button. So my button will be called as here submit. This is you called UI. It's UI form. Okay. And after this UI, whether it may be Java or it may be .NET or it may be Python. Any technology with HTML script, okay, combination, you can prepare this. And definitely all of you know this front-end form compulsory to make connectivity with the back-end application. This is what we want to do the next step. After establishment, front-end, back-end designs are over, you establish your connectivity or connection between two forms. Then here observe, if on the form, UI form, if user or designer, they didn't apply any validations on this form, then there is a more chances to get unnecessary, unwanted, invalid, meaningless data. But in real time, which type of data you want it? Valid, necessary, wanted, meaningful data. Yes or no? So, perfect in one word, I want to say, what is that? Accurate data I want to save or store. Accurate means exact, what we expected. That expected data only accept. If the user he was trying to insert unnecessary data through your form or through a form to your backend, that unnecessary invalid of data should not allow. Yes or no? So that means if I want to get accurate and consistency of data, we must be apply validations. Okay, na? That what I will tell you. Now see, suppose you design, you're making connection, everything will be clear. The problem what you did in your development, you are not applied validations on backend side. You are not applied validations on front end side. Unfortunately, you forgot it this. Okay, na? So you forgot it to apply validations on backend and also front end. If you will be do like this, okay, and you are preparing your application, the problem, see what happening without validations. Okay, you are feeling like this, my project success, my connection success, my table form successfully designed, my backend successfully designed, everything will be look like good. So now what you feel I want to enter. So ID number 1, the name is I'm sending here Sudhakar, and salary I'm sending here something 12,000 salary. Okay, so now the user entered these details, and after what you will do, you will be click on submit button. If you are not perform any validations here, definitely your page request will go to your web servers. Web servers will be checking all HTML, etc., etc., whatever you implemented. Then after everything will be good, then your form data, that means data means what now? 1 Sudhakar 12,000. So this data will reach and save under database. Okay, sir, this everything should happen, and successfully my data is came and save in my ID Sudhakar and 12,000 rupees. So that means successfully the raw data saved in my backend, which was sending by user through front end. Up to here, you don't have any kind of problem, and you will be feel like this, my project successfully be done. Project is nothing but application. One application is called as a one project. Okay, you did like this. But now the problems observed. Suppose, unfortunately, you didn't okay remove this information, but suddenly your hand is going to be click on submit. Suddenly the same data still it was there in the text boxes. Suddenly you click on one more time on your submit button. What happened? By that is not my intentionally, I didn't do. By mistake, I click on submit. That is also going to be saved. 1. So Sudhakar and 12,000 rupees. For suddenly one more time, intentionally if I click on submit, then what happened? 1 Sudhakar and 12,000 rupees. It will be saving like this. Is it right or wrong? Why, sir? Because duplicates are accepted. Okay, na? In real time, can we accept this? No. And if you design your project in such a way and submit to the client, client immediately rejected your profile. He didn't accept this project, accept this application. Immediately rejected. Okay. Why? Because this is a problem. This is one problem I was found here. Second problem, see. Sir, suppose if I was, okay, this what we called this text box control, I just clearing now. I'm going to clear this. And this is also I'm going to clear. It's clearing. Now, in this case, what it was happening, you can see. So again, you as usual, but you didn't enter any value in your text boxes. You didn't enter any value, but you just came and click on submit. What happened? Again, the request will submit it to database. That means now this time in your table, what should be prepared? Nulls. Null. 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 Nulls means what we discuss. Nulls means what? Empty. That means empty cells are created. Suppose again, are you click on one more time here? Again, one more empty block is created. So this is one more problem. Understand now? First problem is what now? Data redundancy problem. Duplicates. Second one, empty. Nulls problem. Okay. Now, if it will be there, again, can you accept this application? No one can accept. So how I can overcome this kind of problems? In your front end side, what you want to do? Back end side, I will explain. What about front end? What I want to do? To overcome this kind of problems, I need to apply what? Validations on this page, on this form. I want to apply validations. That validations, how you people are applied on a front-end form by using one of the concept you are using what? JavaScript, and advanced we have a Angular JS framework. You are going to be using to making some validations on the form. That's why you can see in every registration form, once you observe for any website, suppose 10 fields are there. Out of 10 fields, 9 fields are entered. 10th field is not entered. You try to click on submit. What it was happen? Your request submitted or not submitted? Not submitted. That's why, can you see in registration form, every field, the beside text box beside, there is one asterisk symbol is there. And that asterisk symbol, what they're telling? Star symbols are mandatory fields. So that means on which text box it was having star, the star means must be entered some value. Don't leave as an empty. Yes or no? If you're leaving as an empty and click on submit, is it submitted? Never. Immediately error. Validation. That is that error, whatever you got it now, that is called a validation. Okay. That is what we are identifying in real time. Next one is what now? Suppose you entered one of the user details, submitted. If that user ID is the unique number, if there is no existing person on the same name, then it will be accepted. Otherwise, not accept. Sometimes you can see, for example, are you creating one new Gmail account or Facebook account or etc. Are you preparing one user ID? You created password, everything, and submit. Suppose your user ID on the name, if any other person already existing, what it was come? Error. What is that? This user ID already existed. So please enter new ID. Getting a? That is called as what? Validation. So these kind of validations, programmer, there are two levels he can apply. One is front end, one is back end. If you want to apply this kind of validations on front end side, you must have a good knowledge of JavaScript. So once you apply validation on front end side, then back end side not necessary. Suppose you don't have, or that means you don't have a good idea on JavaScript, and you people thinking that, sir, JavaScript is very tough to me, I didn't understand that. If anybody thinking like that, then you can apply validations on the backend side. So now see, I'm an Oracle developer. I don't know anything about your Java, your HTML, nothing I don't know, because I'm a Oracle person. But now this requirement I can fulfill with my Oracle knowledge. So here I don't want any JavaScript learning. What I'm going to do to avoid this problem, simply on this table, one of my column, I was applied primary key. Simple. As a database programmer, what I applied? Primary key. That's it. Applied here, and you are not giving any validation in the front end side. Front end side, no validation. Now you try. First you enter 1, Sudhakar, 12,000. It is a first attempt. Successfully data inserted. But now, second time, again, you want to click on submit. What happened? Your request will go to database, and primary key, what it will do, the which column data you entered, that column data, is there existing or not existing, a primary key will internally check. That one already existing in my table, it means what now? Primary key immediately sending error to front end user, telling that, sorry, this ID already existing. So your primary key violation. So please enter new name or new ID. See, I didn't apply any JavaScript. I didn't apply any validation on my front end form. But in the back end, that form related table, your UI form related table, whatever you design in the backend side, on the table, one of my column, I was given primary key. That's it. Now you try and try and try and try. You never insert duplicates. So if you try one, not allowed. But if you try two, allowed. If try three, allowed. So duplicate problems are, we overcome it. Next problem, what I'm saying here, suppose if user not entered anything, without entering the details into the text box control, you directly come and click on. Previously, what happened? Accepted. But now you just do this, immediately these empty blocks will come to your table. Primary key immediately, what it will say? Rejected. Why, sir? Because primary key is not allowed empties. In your primary key column, you can't leave any of row cell as an empty. It never allowed. So you try and try, doesn't allow. And what it was saying, please enter some value in text box. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to you. So that means your emptiness be restricted. Duplicates are restricted. With what? Only one single primary key. That's why what is my experience I'm telling. If you don't know JavaScript well and good, you don't know, don't worry. Okay, na? If you have this concept na, happily fulfill your requirement. Okay, na? If you know JavaScript, okay, good, well and good. If you don't know JavaScript, how to apply validations on my front-end form, then learn a primary key concept in the database. So now what happened? I don't know the knowledge of JavaScript, but I know the knowledge of database. Then what I can do? This form, the form connecting to which table? On the table, I'm applying my database logics. Understand now? So that means this concept now understand how much important for you as a Java developer, .NET developer, Python developer. Understand now? This is important for you. So in real time, you can use this topic in such a way to restrictions of your invalid data or unwanted data, unnecessary data. Okay, na? That kind of data, whenever user either fortunate, unfortunate, it try to insert the data through a front-end form, then that kind of data I can stop it. I don't want to allow in my database. Clear? This kind of concept is there in our database. That concept is called as a constraints. Right? Text siding. Text siding constraints. This is most important topic, guys, for backend, front-end, any developer. And one more thing is what now? If you understand this concept, next normalization concepts are easy for you. Okay, right. So finally, the constant, what I want to say, okay, constraints are used to restricted, okay, unwanted data or invalid data from a column in a table, from a column in a table. Okay, na? So restricted, unnecessary, unwanted, or invalid of data. If data is not valid as per my field, as per my requirement, as per my condition, if it is not supporting to me, that's called a invalid. If it is supporting to me, it's called as valid. Okay, so these invalid of informations, when you want to restrict it from a column in a table, so there must be applied constraints. Got it? And now Oracle supporting few constraints, guys. Okay, those constraints, see one by one. First one, otherwise you can write this point. Oracle supports the following constraints. The following constraints are, so in this first one, unique. Second one, not null. The third one, check. And fourth one, primary key. And fifth one, foreign key. And foreign key is also called as what now? References. Okay, references key also we can say. And sixth one, default. Okay, no? So these are, and somebody is calling like constants are 5 when you are excluded default. If you are included default, total 6. Excluded 5. Okay. Somebody is what they will tell you. They're teaching 5 and default separately teaching. So that's why they're telling 5 and default called as it is one special constraint. But here you can learn like this or learn like this, whatever it was, both are same. Including default, you can say when you say 6, compulsory default must be announced. If you say 5, you can announce default is a special. Understand now? But you will be confusing as a fresher. That's why you will go for 6. You have to tell, nothing problem to you. Okay, na? Right. So now here up. Total 6 constants we have here, including default. Now, but sir, these constants, how to apply on my table structure or table columns? Okay. Here 2 levels I can apply. One is along with the table creation, one way, after table creation, one more way. But these 2 things I will show you. Okay, first we will discuss about along with the table creation. So along with the table creation, constants are how to use. After table created on existing table, how to apply constants. So that is also important for your real time. Okay, na? This 2 I will explain to you. Okay, don't worry. And first of all, okay, either along with the table or after table, whatever it may be, but constants can be defined in 2 levels. How many levels? 2 levels. One is column level constants. One is table level constants. Understand na? So that means what I am saying here, write down. Constraint can be defined. Constraint can be defined at 2 levels. First one, column level constraints. Second one, table level constraint. What is column level, sir? Okay. In column level, what happened? We can define a constraint on each column wise. We can define a constraint on each column wise in a table. Okay. Wise in a table. What is the syntax, sir? Syntax carefully observed. My syntax is create table name of, and should be pass your column name 1, data type and size. This is all of you know. Yes or no? This is a normal syntax now. Come on. This is normal syntax. So we all of you know when we are designing a table, so this syntax we are following. Okay, right. But up to here, okay. Then what should we do? Later on this you have to apply constraint type. On this column, you can apply constant type. So which type? Unique, not null, check, primary, foreign, default. As per your requirement basis, which constant is suitable on this column, that constant should be applied. Concept understand? Na? Like this, you can apply multiple columns, like a comma. Next, you have to define column name 2, as usual, data type, as usual, size. Then after what? Constraint type, comma, and so on. Like each and every column wise, you can apply. This kind of technique is called as a, which technique? Column level constraint technique. Understand? Second one. What is the second one here? Table level. In table level constant, what it was happening? So we can define a constraint. We can define a constraint after all columns definitions. After all columns definitions. That means, what does that mean? The end of the, that means the end of the table. The end of the table. Now, so what is the syntax of table level? So careful observe. Create table, table name, and don't apply any constant here, first of all. Only columns defined. Only columns defined. Okay, na? Only columns defined. After defined and so on, then end. End of what we have to say? Constraint type. The which type you want to apply? Of. Then you can say column name 1, column name 2, and so on. And now tell me, your constant is applied when? On each column wise, end of the table. End of the table definition. Okay, na? Is it clear? Two syntaxes where it is differences, understand, na? Come on. Right now. Completed. So now in these two levels, you can use your constraints. Okay. And these two levels, you must be identify a small differences there here. In each individual column, we are applied constraint type. Here advantage is what now? If you apply like this on your each and every column, then each and every column individually checking. Understand now? Individually checking whether the value is duplicata, not a nulla, not a valida, invalida. That is one benefit because each and every point will check. Okay. Come to the table level, you are applying constant not on single column, here group of columns. There individual, here group of. So here applied group of columns. That means your data also verified group of columns combination. It's not a individual. So this is highlight point. If the point understand, practical understand. Otherwise confused. Okay, what I'm saying here, column level means pin to pin, column to column checking. Before accepting the value, pin to pin, column to column checking. That is advantage there. Here, not like that. Here, checking your data, not pin to pin. You are checking data, not pin to pin. Catch pakna yaar. Huh? A call like to go and outside important if it is go and out and talk, not in the classroom. Okay. So if it is group by or grouping columns now, then not individually checking. You're checking what now? Combination checking. Not a individual. It's a group checking. Understand now? Then what it is, sir? Let's see in your examples. Come to my first constraint. What is this? Unique. So now we can see. Unique constraint. Okay, unique constraint. What is the nature? Is behavior of unique. What is the behavior of unique constant means? To restricted duplicate values but allowed nulls into a column. See, to restricted duplicate values but allowed nulls into a column. Now, if anyone asks your interviews, what is the behavior of unique means, you have to tell this. Otherwise, somebody is asking indirectly, what is the drawback of unique? What is the drawback of unique? Nulls allowed. What is the advantage of unique? Duplicates are not allowed. So somebody like they are asking like this also. Okay, na? So now see. Now this constraint, how to apply it on two levels, column level, table level. Okay, both I am showing now. Example, first on column level. First on column level. Okay, careful observe. So come to your database now, as usual. So just connect with your user account, MyDB 6 p.m. MyDB 6 p.m. and the page environment set. Okay. Then after I want to check how many tables I have in my database. Almost 13 table we have it here. Chennai, Hyderabad, the DPT registered test items 1, items 2. Okay. And few tables I'm dropping here, which is unnecessary to me. Test table I drop, as well as test 1 also I'm dropping. Test 2 also there. Test 2 also dropping. Okay, fine. So perk statement means what? Permanent deletion. Okay, right. So now we can see the by first column level how to prepare here. So create table, test number 1, serial number, it's 1, its type is integer, and here I was applied what? Unique. And the second column, okay, some name. This is the type is what? Varchar 2 of some size. Then after I was applied unique. So now tell me, it was individual. Are you applied constant on individual or group? Individual. This is called a column level. Okay, sir. Fine. Table created. So column level advantage, what I said, each and every column, they're individually checking. It's never comparing or never combination not checking. It's a individual. So that observe. Insert into test 1, we need to send values 1, comma A. So this is my first record. Definitely it will be accepted. There is no doubt about this because this is my first row. Next test 1. Okay, now you can come out and see. Second time user sending 1, comma B. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Why? Because here you can see in serial number 1 already existing. But the same one once again are you inserting. So it means it treat as a duplicator. Yes. So if see this is right, but this is, that means what you understand? If I have 100 columns in my table, 99 columns are right. One column not satisfied. Then the row is created or not created? Not created. This is the concept. Okay, now 99 columns values are satisfied except 1 out of 100. They are never allowed. When it was allowed, out of 100 columns, 100 columns want to satisfy. Then only allowed. This is advantage of constraints. That's why you can see in registration form, there are 10, 11 fields are there. Are you entered each and every field correctly? One field missing. You're not entered. What happened? Allowed? Not allowed. So total 10 contents are there or 10 fields are there. 9 fields are entered. 10th field is not entered. Click on submit. Accepted? Never. It was showing error, na? Same concept here also. So that's why it is not allowed. Okay, sir, let's go and check it out. Showing what now? Unique constant is violated. And yes, sir, MyDB 6 PM, I know this is my database name, my username. Okay, but what about this? System some number C008427. What is this, sir? Means that this is called as a constant key ID number. So this constant key ID, use, reason, purpose, advantage, that all I will go to next session one by one. Okay. So in depthly, that all I will explain to you. But up to there, what you understand, this is a constant key ID number. That's it. Up to now, you can go for this. Coming soon, you can understand what exactly. Okay, sir. Now this is not allowed. See, not allowed. Next time, I will enter 2, comma A. Here, first one is right. Second one wrong. Again, still not allowed. And see the number. Can you find out this ID number? Which one? Serial number. Serial number, unique constant ID number 27. Name column, unique constant number 28. That means, what do you understand? Every constant is having one unique identity. Yes or no? Okay, sir, both are not allowed. Let you go and check. Not allowed. But now I can give it now. 2 comma B. Can I? Yes or no? Yes, because serial number, there is no 2. In name column, there is no B. So it means successfully allowed. And now you can come out and see allowed. So duplicates are, I stop it. Stop it? Yes. But problem is what? Now we can see if I am inserting here null and null. I'm executing now. Accept it. One more time executing null. Can I? Second time. Null means what I said? Empty na? So allowed. Next time? Allowed. Any number of times you can insert nulls into our Oracle. But this is not happened in SQL Server. That's why I'm telling every database is a different. In SQL Server, what it was happening, Microsoft product .NET people are learning. .NET students, when they tried first time in SQL Server, this is allowed. But second time if they try, not allowed, not allowed. But in our Oracle, allowed. Because of reason, here we treat as a empty. They treat as a value. Okay, na? So that is a difference of SQL Server and Oracle. So this is what now unique constraint column level, how it will be work. Is it clear now? Write down. And this is my testing. And testing part also write down. Okay. Okay. Now clear this. Now come out and see table level. So table level carefully observe, don't confuse. Now, table level syntax observed. First, you want to design how many columns are needed. That needed columns, required columns, first completely design. After your required number of columns are defined, then end of the table, you can apply constraint. Okay, now? So now come out and see. This is somewhat confused, but if you just logic understand it was very easy for you. So create a table test number 2. First, I'm going to creating my columns without constraint. So name and serial number. Okay, sir, I finish it this. Are you applied any constraint on these columns? Not at all. And now you just come back here, then unique of now serial number comma name. Tell me now how many unique constraints in this table? 2. 2 दिख रहा है तेरे को? Huh? How many are there? 1 only there. That one unique constraint are you applied on how many number of columns? 2. Yes or no? Here carefully observe. Table successfully designed. I want to insert test number 2. Sending values 1 comma 8. First one, not at all problem, clear. And now select your table test number 2. Inserted a? Now, same combination of data I inserted. But here one point should always keep in your mind. Table level constant whenever you used here, what I said, individual columns are not verified, not checking. Okay, na? It is checking group, combination checking, not individual. Okay, na? Now we can see. Now I'm inserting this data again. So, but now you just think about this combination of data already existing in my table. Yes or no? Yes. So already 1A combination already there. And again you are inserting same combination. Then what happened? Both are. It's called a duplicate. Can I say it is a duplicate? Yes, that's why unique constant is violated. Not allowed. And see your table? Not allowed. But the thing is, if I send, carefully tell me, don't hurry, burry. Allowed? Sure. Why, sir? Because this combination is not there in the table. Do you have 1 comma B combination in my table? Not at all. So that means it will be treated as a duplicata unica. That's good. Allowed. And see your table. Allowed? Okay. Next. 1 comma B. Not allowed. Why? This combination of data already existing. So can I say this is duplicate? Unique constant duplicates are not allowed. But guys, allowed? 2 comma B is not there in your table. No? No. So that means it is a duplicate, unique. Allowed. Allowed? Yes. Allowed? Not allowed, na? Is it? Now you can come out and see your final information about table. Is there any repetition of combination data is there or not there? Not there. 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C. So there is no repeated combination. Understand na? This is nothing but simple. I can say nowadays you have a cricket matches. So can I go for like this here? Can I go for like this? First match India Pakistan. The second one is called as India versus Australia. India versus South Africa. Now tell me, how many matches? 3 matches. 3 matches are different, same? Different. Same? Different. First match between India Pakistan. It's a unique match. India Australia. Unique match. India South Africa. Unique match. So, but here one common country was there. What is that? That means India can play with how many countries? 3 countries. That means every match is a unique. It will not treat as a duplicate. It treat as a unique match. But if I want to go India versus South Africa, if again they are playing, then this is what? First match, second match. We are calling second match. This combination we called a first match. This is first match. This is first match. This is first match. You can't say first match. This is a second match. That means this combination already played one match. That's why this match I'm treat as a second, but not a first. Understand na? So this is the concept of table level. Understand na? Combination verify. Don't go for individual. Individual, it is never checking. It checking combination group. Okay na? Now, okay, sir. Sir, if I will give it null comma null, can I? Hello, da? Okay. Next. Next. So nulls are any number, right? Separately means when you are writing that, what is the use of table level? You can write on column level, na? Yes or no? If you want to write individual, then why are you using table level? You should use column level enough now. All of you planned, Dasra? Planned, huh? Completed? Hmm. So this is what column level as well as table level. Hmm. Now next constant. What is the next one? Second one. Take what? Not null. Not space null. Don't give a combined. Space give it. Not space null. Okay. Hmm. So this constraint purpose is what now here? To restricted nulls. To restricted nulls, but allowed, what is that? Duplicate values into a column. But here not null, one thing is should be remember, what is the thing here? Not null constants we cannot be defined at the table level. So not null constant can be defined at the column level, but not table level. This point should be remembered. And this is the only the constraint. We cannot apply table level. Remaining 5 constants we can apply. Column and table, like unique, what next? Check, primary, foreign key, default. All should be possible except this one. Understand? If anybody in their interviews also, they can ask which constants we cannot apply at the table level. Which constant? Not null. Okay, now? So, write down. It can define or it can be defined at column level, but not table level. But not table level. Okay. Now you can see example on this. So column level only supported. Come to the column level. Now you can see. I'm going to create table test number 3. Okay, na? See, serial number int not null and name varchar2. Varchar2 of some size not null. See, don't give it not null like this. Understand na? Space must be. Okay. So the column level individually we applied. Then you need to test this. What it was happen? Test number 3. Sending values 1 comma a allowed, 1 comma a allowed, but null comma null not allowed. If you try to use null comma null not allowed. Understand now? Write down below. Okay, clear? Huh? And at table level, it doesn't support to us. Okay, right. But can you see in these two constraints, individually we checked out and individually having its own drawback now? What is the drawback of unique? Allowed nulls. What is the drawback of not null? Allowed duplicates. Okay, so individually there are having its own drawbacks. So how those drawbacks we can overcome, that we will see tomorrow. In tomorrow class we will go for check it out. Okay, na? Right, guys. Thank you so much.